Amazon cozy cups. Good morning, ladies. What an absolutely gorgeous Sunday morning. And I'm glad it's not Mother's Day. It's all over with now. So don't have to deal with that feelings. Just a regular Sunday. Just a regular beautiful Sunday. And I just keep seeing things growing and growing and popping out more, the trees and everything. That just feels so good, especially when you're in a process of grief, to be enclosed in where it's so cold and you feel like you're just so far away from people. But now it just feels, I don't know, just so relaxing. So my subject today is a widow thinks about the past. I came up with 3. I don't know which I'm going to end up with the titles. You probably know by now, but I know by. Or a widow reflects on the past, or a widow's thoughts on the past. And first of all, you wanted to see Millie. Can you see her there? Hey, Millie. Millie, that's a good girl. Yeah. Millie came from a shelter. Yeah. Okay. Sorry if I made you spin there with your head. Okay. I'm going to kind of shorten up this tripod and use it. That's easier for me now. Okay, I came across a photo the other day. It was one of my thumbnails of Larry and I standing outside of a restaurant. And we had our arms around each other. And it was so weird when I looked at it. All of a sudden, I could just feel what he felt like, the exact length around his body, his hip, his sides, the warmth of his body. He was just so strong. He was a lot bigger than me, you know. But it was so weird how that flashback will come of just the exact feeling that you had. And I miss his strong, booming voice. Didn't miss it when he was mad. He was always yelling for me when he's working on something. Sandy! But his voice was one of the things that attracted me to him. And he was tall and muscular and strong. And I was thinking yesterday of that song, It's So Nice to Have a Man Around the House. But one of the lines in there, I think it said sometimes about him turning out to be a louse. I think it's because it rhymed with house. But yeah, that was kind of bad. Well, my son-in-law, Ron, he's just such a sweetheart. Big old guy too, big old sweetheart, soft-hearted guy. And he came over and hooked up all my hoses. I got a lot of hoses to be hooked up. So one of them goes down to this big pot that my daughter gave me one year, and I thought that would be a good idea. Remember last time I tried to open this with one hand? Let's give it a try again. I think it needs to be adjusted. Oh shoot, I'm gonna put you down for a minute here. Yeah, today is really not good with me in the camera, right? But I'm trying. There we go. Got it. I'm gonna turn the camera around a little bit now. Let's see. Okay. Huh. What is that in my bird bath? Oh, this bird bath needs cleaning so bad. Oh, that's something from the neighbor kids next door. Oh, it's just so lovely and quiet. Birds are singing. Now, that's one of the clematis vines. I gotta somehow get tied up because it will go all the way up. And just gorgeous, full of purple blooms. Well, the hose, anyhow, had to be one of them hooked into the garage, and you can see, I put it along the edges of the front of the garage door just to hide it. Plus, there's some kind of, I don't know, bee or something that makes a nest down in there. When I put the hose there, it kind of blocks them off. And this is the side of my house, and it's long. Yeah, can you see that? It's very long. Some stuff, I just planted some new stuff last year. That's a peony bush there. And some stargazer lilies, and the stuff is all coming up. One peony bush did not make it. This will be the first year I'm going to get blooms. I don't know why I didn't make it. A lot of weeds in here I got to get out now. There's another peony bush coming up. Oh, a lot of weeding to do. Okay, so then the other hose is here. So now I got to figure something neater about this, some way to do it. But this waters my flowers on the side. And there's a rain barrel that Larry and I never got hooked up. My daughter gave us. Maybe we'll do it one day, maybe not. This is backyard. Just had the grass cut Tuesday, and it's already extremely long because we've had so much rain. Yeah. So, oh, and there's another clematis. Boy, this one's a gorgeous one. It blooms deep purple. I forget what these are called. They've popped up. There's a rose bush here. And this bush, I don't know what it is, but I cut it down every year. And it just makes it happier and it gets bigger. This was a magnolia tree that's finished blooming. And now the leaves are coming out. It's still got some little dead stuff on it. But last year I really cut it down because it's just, you know, the yard's not that big. There's a kitty next door. I forgot his name this year. I haven't seen him all winter, but beautiful Siamese cat with blue eyes. It's gorgeous. And this is one of the last things Larry was able to do, is to put this garden from little raised garden. Because I used to live in the country and I had 10 acres and huge garden. But now as I'm older, I'm 79 now, it's just easier to do it this way. But so I planted some lettuce and some snap peas, I think they're called. And I like those for stir fry. So I just am so proud of myself because I invented this yesterday. I've got these sticks, 1, 2, 3, 4 sticks from Aldi's. So I put those in the ground, and then I found some jute this here, and I tied it, and then I found this little piece of fencing that was left in the shed, and then I used these tie things here and held that on there. So that's going to be really good, see? Because these little viney things are starting to vine, they're going to wrap all around here. And then I'll have to go shopping for some tomato plants. This is a bit of a mess back there, but I'm going to put some tomatoes and green peppers in my little shed. It's another project to clean. And big old lilac bush. It's after it blooms, that's when you trim. You wait till they bloom first, because if you do it later, you're going to cut off all your blooms for the following year. So I got a lot of projects to do here, for sure. May have to one day just replace this deck, because when they put it in actually upside down, and then the boards, because then they cup and they catch all the water. This is my doggy door that Larry put in. Didn't put it in real good because he was getting that Alzheimer's, but it works perfectly. I really need it. And I probably need new cushions for everything. And dear God, look at my poor little chest. It's got mold on it and dirt. I've tried scrubbing it, so I got the power washer. And I'm going to learn to use that. Clean that all off. This is a secondhand set. It comes with 2 more chairs I have in the front. I got it secondhand years and years ago. My grill needs cleaning out, but there's one person. But I still will clean it out real good. And okay, so you're seeing all my mess, right? This is a nice neighborhood, though. I do like it. And that's the back end of the second house there. And there's a lady that lives there, Joanne, who's 86, that I go down and visit. She's a widow. Her husband had Alzheimer's. And it helped me a lot. Helped me a lot to have her in my life when I couldn't go anywhere. And sometimes if I had like just 10 minutes, just 10 precious minutes to go down, if he was sleeping, I'd take a chance and go down just to talk with her. And she totally understood. And she loved my company, and I loved talking to her. We became friends one day when I was just walking down the street. And I was kind of new here, and she was sitting in the garage. Oh, the air smells so good. Ladies, if you're getting closed in the house and not getting out, start getting out. It's so good for you. And there's the other clematis vine I was talking about. Let me see if I got any buds yet. It might be too early. Don't see any buds yet. Oh, this thing gets full and hangs over. This mailbox won't stay shut for some reason. There's to the one end of the street and the other end. A lot of patches on the street because we live in Indiana and we get very cold temperatures and then we get warm temperatures. And I bet if any of my neighbors are looking out, they're wondering, what is she doing out in the street with this camera? I look like a real estate person. Yeah, I just act like I am. And that bush there by the garage, that's one of those burning bushes. And it needs trimmed, so I have to do that too. Larry and I put all this stone in. I'm getting used to having young people living next door with stuff in my yard. Footballs, candy wrappers. Oh, Lord. No, I'm not going to be a grumpy old lady, though. Okay, ladies, I'm going to sign off because I'm going to be going to church. And I hope you go too. And I'll probably do a second video. I'll finish it up. It's not going to be too long when I get home. Bye, ladies. Love you very, very much.